Hi, this is Paolo. Today I want to talk to you about how to use Ableton Live as a looper, hands-free, and why I do it. For a lot of time I've used the traditional loopers for all my gigs, but after a while I just wanted to have a bit more control and a bit more possibilities. And Live allows me to have like multiple loops of different lengths all going at the same time, all synced and all with their own effects. As you can see, I have three main loops set up. This is my main loop, then I have a percussion loop, and then I have a secondary loop. Because I'm playing guitar and singing at the same time while gigging, I cannot touch the laptop after I've done soundcheck. So I'm not using the clips because the only way to erase those is manually, but I'm using the looper plugin. That is great. Let me show you how I do it. I start with the main loop. Then I add a percussion loop. And then I add my secondary loop. Now, if I restart the loop, I can show you how I can control the volume of every loop. I can take away the percussion loop. It's too loud. As you can see in my percussion loop, I have a bass enhancer plugin, I have an EQ, I have a compressor. It makes the percussion loop pop out a lot. It really helps you if you're in a club or at a festival. It gives you all the low end that wouldn't be there with just the guitar. One thing that makes Live Looper plugin really stand out is the tempo control. The main loop is always set to set and follow song tempo. That means that when I record the loop, it sets the tempo for the entire project, and that will sync all my delays and everything else. All the other loops instead are set to follow song tempo. That way they're all synced to the first loop that I made, and that makes my life really easier. One other aspect of the looper plugin that makes it really handy, you can set the amount of bar you can record, you can choose 1 bar, you can choose variable length, and you have all these choices. The main loop is always set to variables, the percussion loop is always set to 1 bar, because it's usually what I do, and the secondary loop is variable as well. One other cool thing is the quantization that decide when the loop is gonna start, and I can show you what it does. Let's make another loop. Now when I start the drum loop, you'll see that we stop recording and start looping automatically without me pressing any other button. thing that really drove me to Ableton Live is how easy it is to assign MIDI controls. And you just click on MIDI, choose whatever parameter you want to change or whatever button, and then you just need to press one button and it is assigned. The MIDI controller used is the Morningstar MC6. It's a great little looper and it's very programmable. That allows me with just 6 buttons to access a lot of function. As you've seen, when I press the stop button, it stops all the tracks, and it's just so little that it's super easy to carry to a gig. And all of this is only limited by the power of your laptop. You can have as many looper plugins as you want. You can have as many effects as you want, as long as your laptop can cope with it. My laptop is a 2013 MacBook Pro, and my audio interface is a Focusrite Clarett 4 Pre, so nothing too fancy. One last thing that is really important is to set Ableton Live correctly so it has the least latency as possible, because everything is going through the software. And to do that, we need to set the sample rate and the buffer size. You just need to remember 2 things. The higher the sample rate, the lower the latency. The smaller the buffer, the lower the latency. Also, the higher the sample rate, the more CPU gets used. Same thing goes for the buffer size. The smaller the buffer size, the more CPU. So you will need to find the balance, because if the CPU can keep up with live, you hear glitches in the sound, and that's really not pleasant. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe down here, and see you for the next one.